Hey everybody, thanks for joining. Today is all about my favorite things. Well, I can't really say my favorite because they're all kind of my favorite, but this is some of my favorites. We're talking about chai tea, loose leaf chai tea, our chai latte mixes, and our brand new honey lattes. So let's dive in, shall we? First, I'm going to talk about our brand new, totally delicious honey lattes. So this actually is started off with our Hostess exclusive back in May, I believe. It was either April or May. And it was the cinnamon honey latte. And it was a Hostess exclusive, and that was the only way you can get it. And they introduced not one, not two, y'all, but 3 of these beautiful honey lattes. So you have your cinnamon honey, which was the first one we ever got to taste, our lavender honey, and our ginger honey. All 3 beautiful, beautiful, with just a hint of honey and natural bee pollen mixed together for this most amazing honey latte. So you have all 3. Very easy to do. So you're going to take 3/4 cup of hot water. You're going to steep 2 teaspoons. You can use a steeping sack like I did. And you're going to steep for 10 minutes, which I've already done. And you're going to steep, again, 3/4 cup of hot water for 2 teaspoons for 10 minutes. Steeping sack or universal infuser. I prefer the steeping sack because it's really easy cleanup. Again, you just kind of toss it aside. And then you're going to use a 1/2 cup of your milk of choice heated up. And I'm just going to pour a little bit more. And then you're going to stir. And that is it, y'all. Seriously, that is it. It is that easy peasy. Literally gonna heat up 2 teaspoons in 3/4 cups of hot water for 10 minutes. You're gonna heat up a 1/2 cup of milk. You're gonna pour it in, you're gonna stir, and you are done. And you are going to enjoy the most delicious honey latte you have ever had. So this is actually the cinnamon honey latte. I'm going to take another sip. It is so, so good. You get the perfect balance of cinnamon and honey. So it's got the perfect blend of spice and sweet. So it's got the beautiful cinnamon spice, beautiful blend of honey. Again, you get that natural honey in it, and you've got that beautiful, beautiful cinnamon, perfectly balanced. And you've got the beautiful benefits of the natural bee pollen. I'm going to have another sip, y'all. I'm sorry. But it is just too good to stop. So, again, so the cinnamon honey, beautiful, beautiful cinnamon notes, perfectly balanced with the sweetness of honey. You've got that ginger honey. So this one, I know a lot of people are like, ooh, how spicy is it? It is not overpowering spice with the ginger. It has the perfect blend of that nice, beautiful, crisp ginger. It's a beautiful spice blend with the beautiful sweetness of honey. If you like ginger in any form or fashion, we all know how great ginger is for you, especially if you've got like an upset stomach or anything like that. Perfectly balanced, perfectly blend of spice from the ginger and sweetness of the honey. It is utterly delicious. I love ginger. My mother is Asian, so I grew up eating ginger in almost everything. This is by far my second favorite out of the 3. Now, again, we also have this beautiful, beautiful lavender honey latte. So I've probably spoken about how much I'm not really a floral tea person, but I can tell you right now, our La lavender and our chamomile tea are some of the best out there. They're not overpowering floral, so you get these beautiful hints and beautiful notes in them, but they're not going to just knock you around your booty, okay? The same thing here with the lavender honey latte. So the first time I had it, I actually did it live in my VIP group. And some words came out of my mouth that probably shouldn't have on a live broadcast. But it literally shocked the bejesus out of me. It was that good. And I was utterly surprised. This is actually my second container of this because it is that good. All of the teas, all of the honey lattes are black tea. So it's going to be a high caffeine. So you definitely don't want to drink it right before you go to bed unless you're one of those people that can have any amount of caffeine and go right to bed. Then it won't bother you. But I do enjoy these in the middle of the day because it gives me that nice caffeine boost that I need, and it does curb that sweetness that that I crave. I mean, you do have, of course, because it has honey, so it does have calories. Each serving is 25 calories, and that's because of the fiber, the sugar from the honey. But that's it. And of course, whatever the calorie content you get from your milk. But from the tea itself, it's 25 calories per serving. For the lavender, for the cinnamon, it's 20. And also for the ginger, it's 20. So you're just getting it from the honey. That's how you're getting the sweetness. But again, black tea, super easy to make. I'm going to have another sip, y'all, because it's so good. It really does. It really does make your day 100 bajillion times better. Super easy to make. Again, you're literally just doing 3/4 cup of hot water, steeping it for 10 minutes. Then you're adding your half a cup of your 1/4 cup of hot milk. So it's a cup total. 3/4 cup of hot water, steep 10 minutes, and then your half a cup of milk. Easy peasy, lemon breezy. Okay, our next is going to be our chai latte mixes. So we have different types of chai teas. We have our loose leaf chai tea, which we'll do last, and then we also have our chai latte mixes. So we have our winter spice chai latte, which is a seasonal, it's a seasonal in this fall winter catalog. It's brand new. It has beautiful fall winter notes. So you get the spices, the cardamom, the cinnamon, the nutmeg, but it also has this wonderful hints of orange. It just really just encompasses and makes it totally fall winter. It just makes it really makes you want, it just makes you think of the holiday season. But today we're gonna do one of my favorites. It's just a regular chai latte. I used to go to Starbucks, y'all, almost every day and get their chai latte. It was expensive, it was high calorie, and time consuming. So I wanted to see if I could make something similar at home that wasn't going to be so expensive, so high in calories, and just so time consuming to get there and back. So I found, besides making it with loose leaf tea, the chai latte mix is very similar. I do not follow the recipe on the back of the bag. This is how I do it. I found that it tastes better. You get more of a true latte taste. And to me, it's very comparable. Okay. Now, there are many ways to do this. I like to add matcha, and I'll show you how I add it here in a second. All of our chai latte mixes, not loose leaf, all of our chai latte mixes, you need to use a steeping sack, and that is because it is a granular base and it does not dissolve. So you can't, it's not like matcha where it dissolves and you drink it all, you want to drink it all. This does not dissolve, and you trust me, you don't want to drink it all. So you want to use our steeping sacks for these. It's a very, very fine powder, and it doesn't dissolve, like I said. So the instructions on the back of the bag says to add 2 teaspoons in a steeping sack. I use the cup of teaspoon, and I use 2 of these. So it's basically 3 teaspoons. And you'll see here what it looks like. See the beautiful granules here? So I do 2 teaspoons. I'm just going to put my steeping sack over my cup. And so I'll do 1. And I will do 2 teaspoons. Close this bag up so I don't accidentally spill it all over my floor, because that would be a total waste. And then I'm going to do a strong steep. And what that means is you're going to want to do about a half a cup or about 4 ounces of water. So I'm just going to eyeball this little bad boy, and that's about right. And so and I do it for 2 minutes. And so 2 minutes is about green tea on my tea timer. So we're going to set this for 2 minutes. We're going to let this steep, and you'll see it start to move, and you'll see that beautiful cafe latte color, and that's what you're looking for. So while this is steeping, I'm going to get my milk a-brewing. So I have an electric frother. If you don't have one, you can do this with getting your milk in the microwave. Just do a half a cup of milk. Heat it up for about 30 to 45 seconds, depending on your microwave, how strong your microwave is. Or you can do it on your stovetop. If you're doing it on your stovetop, just get it to a simmer and not to a rapid boil. I am using sweet salted caramel matcha on this one because it's my favorite to use in this recipe. And I use a half a teaspoon. Look at that beautiful green color. I use a half a teaspoon or 1 serving of matcha. So I put it in my frother and I'm going to let this bad boy go. I'm just going to turn this bad boy on real quick. So when I make this, you don't have to use matcha when you make yours. I like to add matcha to mine because it gives it a little bit of an energy boost. Again, you don't have to do it to yours. I often make it sometimes if I've had a lot of tea or if I'm just not wanting the, like depending on how late it is at night, because sometimes I'll have it like after dinner. It is a black tea base. This one is a black tea base. So sometimes if I'm having it kind of like around 4 or 5, I don't want the extra matcha because that's an extra 4 to 6 hours of clean energy. I will just omit the matcha and just make a chai latte. Okay. So usually it just depends on like the time of day and what's going on. But if I'm usually making it like midday or early in the morning, I'll add me a shot of matcha. But again, you can omit the matcha, or if you don't like matcha, or if you're just not ready for matcha, you can just omit it. But it's very, very super easy. We're just going to steep it about 3 teaspoons for 2 minutes, right? In a half a cup or 4 ounces of water. Okay. So you're going to get this beautiful color. See how dark it is? It looks like a cafe latte. It looks like you just had some coffee with a whole lot of milk, right? That's what it looks like. So I'm just going to take my steeping sack to the side and make sure I get all that goodness out, because you don't waste not, want not, right, guys? I love, love, love. Now, this latte mix does have milk in it. If you look in the catalog or if you look online, it will tell you if there's any allergens in any of our mixes, any of our teas or anything like that. Like if it has nuts, if it has caffeine in it, if it has milk in it or anything like that, it'll say in the catalog or online. This one does have milk in it. The winter chai does not, okay? I'm just going to take that, pour it to the side. Going to grab my frothed milk. So again, if you are using the microwave or if you're using stovetop, you're just going to pour your matcha in after it's heated. You're just going to get a hand whisk or a fork or something, and you're just going to whisk your matcha into your milk. And then you're just going to pour it into your glass like so. Get your handy dandy spoon. Give it a quick little stir. Like so. And then take a sip. Yeah, that's good. That is the good stuff. What I love about the chai latte mix is it has its own natural sweetness. You can add sugar if you want to it. The mix itself has its own sugar in it. You don't really need to add anything to it unless you want to. Of course, I added the sweet salted caramel matcha, so it gives it a little bit more sweetness to it. But when I have it just by itself with no matcha in it, and I'm just adding the milk to the latte mix, it is superb. It makes you really just want to curl up on the couch, grab a nice book, grab a cozy blanket, and curl up for the rest of the day. If I ever have like a really bad day, I just make me a chai latte, and the rest of the day just gets so much better. Man, that's so good. Okay. Woo! Chai latte mixes. If you want an easy way to make them at home without having to drive to the nearest coffee shop, highly recommend this. Again, I don't follow the directions on the back of the bag because I like a strong chai latte mix. So if you like it strong and you really want that beautiful chai flavor, follow the directions that I just gave, or shoot me a message and I'll give you the directions. So you can have them by your side whenever you make them on your own. Okay, let's talk about loose leaf tea, our chai loose leaf tea. So this is one of my favorites. It's absolutely one of my favorites, and it is a seasonal, which means you can only get it in the fall winter catalog. And when the fall winter catalog goes, I stock up on this bad boy. Okay. Cozy pumpkin swirl chai. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. If you love anything pumpkin, you gotta get your hands on this. Okay. It is by far my favorite. I love chai. As you can tell, chai is my jam. Out of all the chai teas, and we have several loose leaf chai teas. We have an herbal loose leaf chai tea, and it's our dark chocolate chai. Now, while all of our herbal teas are caffeine free, the only exception is our dark chocolate chai. Because it has cocoa beans in it, it has naturally occurring caffeine. So it is the only one in our herbal lineup that has caffeine in it because of the cocoa beans. So it's not a high caffeine tea. It's just got moderate levels of caffeine because of the cocoa beans. But it is delicious. It makes an excellent tipsy tea. If you want the recipe, just let me know. It's just beautiful. It's got beautiful notes. It's not overpowerful chocolate taste, but it has those beautiful hints of it. So it just really gives us a beautiful flavor, and it's herbal. So it's really nice. All the other loose leaf chais that we carry are either going to be a black tea base or a pu'er tea base, which means they're going to be a high caffeine tea. The Cozy Pumpkin Swirl is a black tea base, and it's along with our cinnamon chai tea. So, and our butterscotch chai tea. The spicy chai is our other loose leaf chai, and that is the pu'er tea. So that one is going to be your boldest, most robust flavored tea, and it is going to be your closest to a traditional chai. Okay, so if you're looking for a traditional chai loose leaf tea, you're going to want the spicy chai. And it's not spicy like jalapeno. It is spicy just because of all the beautiful spices within it. So you've got your beautiful cardamom, you got your beautiful cinnamon, you got your beautiful nutmeg. So it has all these warmth and beautiful flavors in it. Again, it's going to be a more traditional chai tea, and it is by far utterly delicious. It is one of my favorites. I love it. I love the boldness of it. I love the robust flavors. As a chai lover, it's beautiful by itself, but it makes a beautiful, beautiful latte. Okay. Now, if you're looking for a traditional chai, but you want it a little bit sweeter, you're gonna want the cinnamon chai. The cinnamon chai is very, very close to the spicy chai, except for it has more pronounced cinnamon flavor in it, and it's going to have sweeter notes. Okay. So again, as a sweet tooth lover, the cinnamon chai is very close and near and dear to my heart. I absolutely love it. And sometimes I do want those bold flavors, but I want it on the sweeter side. So I'll take up the cinnamon chai 100%. Now the butterscotch chai, ultimate sweet tooth dream. If you love butters, it reminds me of kind of like butterscotch candy a little bit. To me, it's like a decadent type of chai. It's very sweet and it's delicious. Now the Cozy Pumpkin Swirl is kind of in between, to me, the butterscotch and the cinnamon, because it has a sweetness to it, but it's not overly sweet, but you still have those beautiful chai notes of the cinnamon and the nutmeg. And of course you have those wonderful pumpkin and just the fall flavors. So it's like a very specific fall chai, if that makes sense to you. So when I do it though, and I don't know if you can see in the bottom of my glass, I put about a 1/4 teaspoon, sometimes a 1/2 teaspoon of brown sugar. Why? For me, I feel like it enhances the flavor of the fall and it brings out the pumpkin notes a little bit more. It may not. I feel like it does. Who knows? Do I do it all the time? No. But for today, I'm doing it because I'm feeling like I really want those fall pumpkin flavors to come out. On the back of every bag, you will get, besides the nutritional information, again, it tells you the steeping time, how much per 8-ounce cup, the steeping time, and how many times you can steep the tea. Black tea is a single steep tea. It's 1 teaspoon, and it's 2 to 3 minutes. So I always do a heaping teaspoon, and this is actually, the cup of teaspoon is about 1.5 teaspoons, so it's a little bit more. But I like my tea strong, so I always add more, and that's the other beautiful thing about our loose leaf tea. You can add more or less to your liking, and because I love my teas strong, I always add a little bit more. I like to be a little bit extra. This is the Cosmic Glitter cup, so it's a 10-ounce cup, so another reason why I add a little bit more. I'm using the Universal Infuser. If you guys haven't seen this one, it's very beautiful. It is stainless steel. It's got a beautiful silicone lid, so it fits nicely in standard size mugs. Okay, so we're going to just pour some beautiful water in here, and we're gonna let it steep. Now I always add, people add their sugars later. I add mine usually to the bottom because I let the hot water do its magic. It's just one less step for me, but you can add your sweetener of choice whenever you feel like it. Again, the loose leaf tea is one of my favorites. So if you are not familiar with our teas, we sell loose leaf tea. All of our teas are loose leaf except for our Heal Thyself line. Our Heal Thyself line, those teas are in little tea triangles or little tea sachets because they're medicinal. And so you need to have the right balance of the different tea components inside to get you exactly what you need. So the great thing about loose leaf tea is you're going to get better flavor. You're going to get the whole goodness of every single bit. So again, and I don't know if you saw all the goodness that is of this tea, but look at these beautiful. You see the beautiful black tea. You see those pumpkin pieces. You see the cardamom pieces, the clove. There's apple bits and there's carrot bits. I mean, you've got literally pieces of fruit and vegetables in your tea. It's 100% natural. It's 100% delicious. And it is, when you drink it, you can taste it. It is just utterly amazing. So you don't get the little granules or what I call tea bits when you get with the bagged tea. So again, because I like my tea strong, I get to manipulate how much tea I put in every single cup. So you literally get to make it your own based on your preference, which I love. So black tea, pu'er tea, and herbal tea are the 3 types of loose leaf chai teas that we carry. For the chai latte mixes, we have a regular chai latte and we have the winter spice latte, but we also have other latte mixes. We have a matcha latte mix, we have a strawberry latte mix, we have a London fog latte mix, and a London mist latte mix. We have the London mist latte mix is a sweet latte mix, and the London fog is very similar, but it's just not sweet. We also have a traditional, it's a traditional, like, kind of like a chai base that you can add to get more spice to your different drinks if you want to different chais, to different teas, to give more of those cardamom, nutmegs. We also have a turmeric spice mix too as well. All of those will need steeping sacks. So I'm just going to remove my universal infuser. I'm going to just turn the lid upside down and put the top of it on. I love that about the universal infuser. And I'm just going to make sure this brown sugar is mixed well. So good. I can smell it from here, y'all. I can smell it from here. There's nothing more satisfying than a beautiful chai tea. You can see this beautiful amber color. Isn't that great? So delicious. Oh my God, y'all. It has these beautiful just notes of cinnamon and clove. And then you have these beautiful crisp notes of pumpkin and apple. Very crisp, very clean. It literally is like fall in a cup. Perfectly balanced, perfectly sweet. Just very clean, very crisp. It just makes you want to, again, curl up on your couch, just sit back and relax, get that book, watch a movie, you know, turn the fireplace on if you have one, but it really just makes it feel like fall, just super cozy and comfy. I literally cannot stop drinking this. If you want to make it a latte, just add some warm milk of choice, stir it up, and make yourself a nice cup of latte. You really can't go wrong with that cozy pumpkin swirl. So there you have it. There you have our 3 beautiful different chai teas and latte mixes that we carry. Loose leaf latte mixes and our brand new honey lattes. So if you have any questions, please let me know. Shoot me a message, comment below. I'm here to help you pick out any of the perfect teas and lattes for you and your family. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and I'll talk to you later.